and welcome to the virtual living room. It is your girl Lovey, and we're back with another week's recap of our favorite social experiment, Married at First Sight, season 13 in Houston, Texas, episode 10. Yes, so much to cover, at least for what I know, because I have changed my mind. Because again, I'm a woman, I have a right to change my mind.
Yeah.
What?
I did. So do we want to start there or do we want to start with bullshit?
Well, no one knows who we are. You didn't give our intros.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Look, thank you, baby. I'm like,
all right. So the person that clearly put me in check is Mrs. Brown.
Brown.
Part of the Brown Esquire Incorporated. Hello, Belinda. Hello, Kenyon. How are you today?
We are excellent. That's my after Cancun.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not Spanish. Is that Italian?
I don't know. Hola. I know that. Hola.
Hola.
We said that every 5 seconds.
oh my Lord.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. And then we have Iva. Hello, Iva. How are you?
Hello. I'm okay. How are y'all?
Good. And then we have a partner in crime that is missing today. April is out enjoying her family, but she will be back next week. Now, I do want to let you all know that we will be going live. We will be live and direct on Facebook and YouTube on October 7th. That's a Thursday? Is that a Thursday? Is that
That's
a
Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be live Thursday. And we'll be able to give our unfiltered. We'll have our own unfiltered. Okay. Right. Where you can see the foolishness and malarkey prior to going in and doing edits. Okay. So you can join the conversation with us. We welcome you. We look forward to seeing everyone. So yeah, let's get it popping. All right. So where we start? We start with the bullshit, or we
you go, because I need to know.
Let's start with why your mind's changed. I want to know this.
So I'm not with Johnny this week
because right. No, I need the full thing, Mr. Brown. Calm down. Because of why?
Ooh, man, wow! Please explain.
Enlighten us.
Okay, so he just really irked my nerve this week.
Just this week?
Yes, this week. I am a woman. I'm entitled to change my mind.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. He just doing too much and
just this week though, right?
This week, yes, mine eyes have seen the glory, okay? I've seen it.
All right. Well, come on home.
He's thinking way too much. You thinking way too much. And I'm with you all that he is nitpicking. He's doing too much with Val, and she's doing everything that she can, to stay the course. And then he lost me with the vanilla sex. Is that just missionary? What is that? Just, yeah.
Did he say it was vanilla sex, or did she? She said it was good, and he was like, man, right?
Well, but he said that he likes vanilla sex, remember?
Mm-hmm. And I was with her when she was just like, I would like to spice it up. So I was like,
that's right, because she was vocal. Like, she was like, this is a perfect time for me to get some pointers. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, she was like, yeah. So was Johnny trash?
No, I think she might have been happy to kind of get it, because remember, that is her crush, but I think as time goes on, if he does not spice it up, especially since she's vocalized her, her wants, he will become trash.
I'm gonna let y'all land on a little secret.
No, there we
go. Johnny been damn trash.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we mean like sexually.
Trash? I don't know.
You don't know.
Sexually trash.
I think Val put it on. Val put it down. She
I
did.
think so too.
Val knows some stuff. I'm just saying. She knows some things, and she put it on him, and he's still gonna talk himself out of it, like out of a good thing, because he can't get out of his own way. That's his problem.
Did I miss something this week? Because I didn't see anything really this week, unless I need to watch it again, that he was actually bad. I see like the scenes coming up for next week where he is on my entire nervous system.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Now, I think the little sex thing kind of, had taken him aback a little bit. Like, oh, but I am proud about to take that opportunity to say it was trash. Like the whole time everybody was talking about
she didn't say it was trash.
She said, that's exactly what she was like, I'd like to spice it up because it was trash. Y'all didn't hear that? Y'all
No. No.
In what language was that? But did you watch that in Cancun?
Maybe it was extra. That was the Cancun version.
Oh, you had the director's cut.
Yeah, on the P channel. She did. She said it was trash. So
y'all had the director's cut.
Right. But I must say, all of them, like I was just like, dang, like if somebody was sitting there, like asking you straight up, that's hard to address. To be like, yeah, it was bad. Like I couldn't imagine being like, yeah, it was, you fucking suck. That was terrible. First ever had. Like
they will have to cut the camera because there'll be some chair throwing and some, you're gonna embarrass me on this TV.
So you know what I mean? Like when they were asking them that kind of stuff, like, did you like it? Did you, everybody just turned around and looking crazy. And I was like, I could imagine that being hard to say with the person right there.
Yeah.
You can tell them you stink, you need to take a shower, you left your shit in the floor, you can't cook, your mama stank. But saying that your sex is trash, that's hard to put out there.
Yeah.
She pulled a little Kim. She said if sex was record sales, it would be double glass.
Outcast nigga, the dick was trash. If sex was record sales, you would be double glass.
So here's my question, because Johnny is like, I would think that he's kind of addicted to porn because of the way that he initiates the activity. Like everything is so passionate and everything is just so like you're in a drama.
Well, that's how he learned it.
Yeah, that's how he learned it. But I'm saying I would think that he still continues to watch it. So
well, then he needs to get some more pointers. Bao is saying.
Yeah. I'm saying yes, I would agree. He strikes me as a rabbit, like pam, 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 and then he's
all in on this man tonight.
I just
so no hashtag I'm with Johnny. No, none of that no more. Okay.
No, she said hashtag I'm with bow 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 bow
right.
bow 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 bow.
Wow.
That's funny.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that he's like addicted to porn, and that's what he likes, and that's what he's used to. And now she's coming in and showing him what it means to be connected when you are intimate with another person, because he might be more or less by himself when he's watching said porn.
Oh, okay.
You ain't giving this not a moment of credit tonight. She is like, let me just. That is funny.
I guess as hard as she celebrates them, you gotta talk about them just as bad, I guess. Yeah.
I could see him being inexperienced because wasn't he a serial dater?
Mm-hmm.
So he served up some bad service that could be why you were a serial dater. It couldn't always be them. It could be they'd be like, yeah, I'm not about to let him be jumping all over me. I got to keep the same one all my life.
I'm cool on the little winky noodle though. I don't know if I don't know
if he can cause any damage.
But yeah, he might be one of them. And I apologize, America. You might have to edit this. He might be one of those. Is it in yet? Because you don't even know. He seems like he might just be all over it. Now, when she did have her time to do the what's that called? She was supposed to be at his navel. Did y'all see he was playing? He was like, oh, and he was like, you need some help? And he was, trying to take off his belt. So I'm like, okay, he used to something, but when he picked her up and put her on the bed and had to do, her navel, but he also said he wanted to get the naughty version of those. Right?
He did, but that could be good for them so that they can open up to more. I mean, it's an easy way to get what you want.
Right.
Set the dice up to say exactly what you want. Like you roll, but then you flip them the way they say what you want them to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in Johnny's defense, when she started kissing on his navel, I would pull my pants down too. Like it would have instantly just slid down, and I'd have been laying there.
Belinda, you have been warned.
I'm sorry.
Right. Oh, this one where we were headed? Oh, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. I read it wrong. I apologize. But I've been laying there butt ass naked. Like,
go Brown. Go Brown.
That is funny.
Yeah. So
go
I'm
baby.
with John.
Go baby.
I still think they will make it. I still think they're going to make it and they will be fine. He has to get out of his own way.
Stop being trash.
Yeah.
They're so silly though. Like the stuff that they argue about or that they deem to be so important always seems so simple. Them and Zach and Michaela.
Oh,
I'd be like, oh, y'all.
Well, they're not
Fix
young
your
though.
clothes. Your age is showing.
Johnny 35.
Johnny 35?
Both of them are 35.
Yeah,
Yes.
35, yeah.
Zach and Michaela are the youngest.
Well, Zach is the youngest.
Yeah.
But she's
Michaela,
young too. She's only 30. Yes,
Right.
everybody. I think Brett is 33, but everybody else is 35.
Yeah, they're my age, so I'm not. Yeah, they're
Oh, minus what?
The lies. There you go. This bitch.
The
I'm
lies.
So,
Times what?
wow. Let's move on.
Somebody said on the Unfiltered that this season, all the men, which I didn't agree with, but they said, well, besides what Gil, they call him the MVP. But they said that the men are having some issues this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the ladies, and we have, our one, but she's with the MVP. But shit, even she's stepping up. But I would agree, these men this season, girl, I'm gonna need you to calm down with that tongue click about Miralax. I peeped that real fast. Mm-hmm. But these men this season, like, I was really upset, but not surprised at Rose.
All right, so we're gonna go there.
Are we going to the bullshit?
Wait, I was very happy at her and surprised at. I was happy at. I was well, partially. Wait, are we finished with the other team? Because I'm gonna let y'all start with Rose because my nerves was bad on him. I had to actually get an alcoholic beverage to watch them.
We disagree a lot on that situation.
Really? So what we got to say about Rose?
Y'all go ahead.
All right, so Jose.
Exactly. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think what's going to happen is people will overlook her shit because his shit is bigger. So Jose was absolutely petty, childish, and wrong as fuck
As the fuck.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely wrong. Number one, I get being upset that your wife called you another man's name. I get that. That's normal. Mm-hmm. That's anybody would. I get it if you had a long-standing, like me and Belinda's situation. I was married almost 20 years. She was married 20 years. I would expect that. She hadn't had that. So I would be a little upset. But his reaction to it and talking to her like he did, and
there you go,
locking her out was, excuse my language, that was some bitch assedness right there. And then I was glad that all the fellas called him on his shit. Mm-hmm. Called him on his shit because he's wrong. There's no taking away from that. However,
there's some holes in your story.
She is wrong too, because for the last 3 weeks, all you've been hearing is, she told that man she loved him. She said that first. Nobody put a gun to her head. She said, I love you. Oh, we're great. It seems so perfect. It's just wonderful. It's like it's unreal. It's storybook. But you got a list that you wrote 2 weeks ago. It's been motherfucking 3 weeks. So wait a minute. So I'm like,
a month.
Was that true or was all of that a lie? So my issue is if you take away the name calling, she still has this list and she's going on like things are great, but all of a sudden now she got an issue. So yes, he is wrong and there's no taking that away, and he's trash for what he did and she should leave him. But she's wrong too. She is just as wrong. Lying to herself, most importantly. So she is just as wrong. So y'all can have at it at this point. I'm done. Because he's trash, but she's wrong as hell too.
Oh,
if y'all could have really seen the way that Belinda was rocking back and forth like she was a church mother. And then Iva got her hand up like she is in class, like, oh, pick me. I cannot. What y'all got to say? Lord.
To quote the artist formerly known as Nene Leakes, I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Because she's not Nene. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, I said what I said.
Lanithia.
Deal with it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Iva.
Here I go let's talk about Rachel. Now, it is not like she has not expressed everything that had been on that list for these said 2-3 weeks. She's even expressed so much to where his stepmama came to her defense and told her, yeah, I see what this is and blah, blah, blah. So everything that she said on that paper, now I understand what he was talking about. I don't understand how you don't have this all of a sudden. I'm like, I didn't understand why he was so surprised. I guess maybe because she had a very, and she said that last week, right? He does not listen to me. So I agree that she was falling for him and everything, and that the comments that she made could have been worked out because she was feeling they were going to be worked out because she, like I said, I was happy she was speaking up for herself, which I'm extra glad that she spoke up for herself this week. And like Zach said, I'm so glad she gave you that because my wife's reaction wouldn't have been nothing like that.
And you locked me out. She been done stabbed all that nigga ties. She be done. When he do finally wake up, he have a knife to his neck. Like, come on,
man. Tom Ball, until you do right by me. Why? Because she'd have got Michaela would have gotten that house. But yeah, I'm banging on the door. Now, first of all, she was gone for all these hours, extended amount of time. It was 30 minutes, sir. It was 30 minutes.
And you can
left her.
She left her. Right.
Exactly, especially about that. She had to calm down before she went back in the house because she was going back in the house. Unlike people who leave and pack up and go to their houses because they need to sort themselves out. Johnny, I don't know where he is. He didn't come back. He's a goddamn motherfucker.
They had to go get their Apple TV from home and decide not to come back.
It was.
I'm sleeping, Zach. So I was very proud of her. And then that she did that break room. That was great. But he was hella petty as the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He put a bitch ass move. And I'm sorry, but Brown said it first, so I'm so glad he said it because I just opened up the door. That was a bit. I just saw a bitch all over him that night, and he went off on her. And then we find out, boom, she called you who?
Don't matter.
I don't give a shit. No, yes, it does matter. That part does matter, Mr. Brown. Had it been somebody else, I dig it. I understand why he'd have been mad because I'd have been mad too. Now, it also matters too. Were we in conversation because we were in the clubhouse, right? We weren't in bed. So I'm talking. I call my mama sometimes. And girl, and boy, or you in a conversation, that happens. But you called him Johnny.
Yeah.
So that part matters. You need to take that part into consideration too. Now, if you find out later on that she got her ex-boyfriend name was Johnny, okay, then we might have something. But come on.
So if he calls her Mirla and we get on this show, y'all would have lit his ass up for him calling Mirla.
Because we would have understood.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And she wouldn't have reacted that way.
All right.
You didn't call me that in bed, did you? Because then now I'm thinking, oh, you like Miralax? That's what we doing now? But we in the clubhouse, we talking. What they say, having a couple of drinks for them, they chilling, they talking.
Okay.
What you got to say, Belinda?
It could have. They could have been talking about Johnny at some point in the conversation, and you kind of get mixed up because think about it. Everybody there is new. I've known Jose as long as I've known Johnny.
But you're not married to Johnny.
It does not matter.
Okay.
And again, you know what I mean? It can happen. Hell, I just started seeing this name on a normal basis recently anyway. But now, as far as the letter part, addressing Mr. Brown's concern that she wrote this letter 2 weeks ago, I've done that. I wrote out my feelings when you pissed me the fuck off. And then I didn't share it with you because that was my way of getting it out and giving you another chance.
Exactly.
So I didn't say it 2 weeks ago because I was giving you a chance. But yes, you made me feel some kind of way. Hell, it could have been after that housewarming party when you told everybody in the world, I got bad credit. How about that? Broke, she unorganized, she got bad credit. Like, you got this board all up in people's face. That could have been the time where she wrote that. Because I know I would have wrote some shit my damn self. But then you go back in the La La Land and he do some sweet shit and you over it. So I don't think that it's a problem that she didn't share it 2 weeks ago and she chose to share it now. Because now, the same way you acted a damn fool and cussing and you can go and you can step and bounce, then now
get the fuck out.
Shit too.
He told her to get the fuck out.
Yes, he did. Several times he said, get the fuck out. And how you gonna, don't neither one of us on this shit. So you get the fuck out.
Mr. Homeowner.
Right. Take your ass to your house. How about that? And he was on it. Like, it was like, I swear his dick was probably hard, how he was able to yell at her and be in the right. Like, I think he really got off on that shit, even when he was cooking and he kind of smiling. Oh, I would have threw all the damn food on the floor.
That was disrespectful as hell.
I'd knock all that shit off.
And he's sure, okay, well, he lucky he didn't have the right one. Because somebody would push the dish all up in his damn head.
Exactly. Surf and turf.
Everything on that
the one next to you
to his head. So
that's right.
I could be surf and turf off that damn floor. At the least, I'm gonna clear this damn counter off.
Yep.
So my point is, and my point remains.
Okay.
He's fucking trash. Like, that was complete bitch acidness all the way around. There's no justification for that at all. But I'm not letting her slide, because here's the thing. I get it. You write things down and you don't send it. It's therapeutic. But you're saying this is how you truly feel, not how I felt. And you're over the top expressing all of this love and joy. And everybody is just perfect. It's wonderful. You're telling Viviana, Dr. Viviana, it's great. It's just amazing how it's flowing. Like we're on the same page. We're this and that. And Pastor Cal, everything is just wonderful.
That was under duress.
No, it wasn't. Wasn't no duress. No duress. No damn duress.
That was under duress.
Molly,
here's the
you
other
in danger, girl.
Here's the other thing. This is what did it for me. There's no, if you feel that way, you don't voluntarily say, I'm in love with you. I love you. That came out of her mouth first. Some folks go the whole 8 weeks without saying it. It's not like he pressured her into saying that. She said that. It's that whole, that tells me this whole flip-flop thing, like this whole flip-flop thing is too much for her. She's wrong.
She could have some issues.
No, come on with it.
Be still.
Come on with it. Stop justifying her foolishness.
No. Okay, so everyone here is disturbed. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Everybody got their something. So she could be one of these people where she can feel that way because you want this so bad to where I can take your abuse like abused women do. Women of these type of situations, and then I still have these feelings for you too. So you made me feel like shit in one moment because I told y'all this joke is abusive, and that was abuse. Let's call it what it was. It wasn't he verbal. That was abuse. That
emotional.
Was abuse. Emotional abuse is worse than physical. At least physical, I'm gonna go on to stab you with this knife right here. We're gonna be done. But emotional abuse, you do this, and we get over it, and then you do it again. So I get it. Like, I'm like, yeah, I could see how she could be like, yeah, I thought I loved him too, but now he cutting up. again.
So now this is where I'm gonna lose everybody.
Oh Lord.
That won't be the first.
Right. This is where I'm gonna lose everybody. I think it's easier to sympathize and understand. And let me be real clear. He is absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt wrong. There's nothing that he did that is justifiable, or he is in no way the victim. He is definitely wrong. But I think what happens is, just like with Virginia, it's easier for you to understand or sympathize with her, because if you haven't been in a relationship with a controlling man, you know somebody who has. So I think it's easier to sympathize with that. And what happens is that sympathy prevents you from seeing the shit that these women are putting up. Like, Virginia was a whole ass problem.
She was.
If
we caught her on that.
If Eric wasn't in the picture, Virginia would still be that problem. If this dude hadn't flipped out like he did, she still had that letter. She still would have went on singing how great and how wonderful things were. But
for now,
if he hadn't flipped out like that, she would have kept on with it.
No, because he still had other flaws. He
is very flawed. But say that, express that. Don't just say, "Oh,
but she has.
She has."
But then you still singing "La La" when you ask about it. Like, no, you need to be honest and true with yourself. She need to have a little bit of Johnny in her right now. And be like, here's my problem, and talk about
that was the problem.
And if it's an issue, don't dance away from it and say, "Oh, well, it's great." You got to talk it out. So I have just as much of an issue with her as I do with him. She's not ready because she's not true to herself, and he's not ready because he just a whole bitch out here. So that's all.
Can I get my 2 cents?
Bitch.
That's it.
Can I get my 2 cents?
Go ahead.
All right. Number one, we really don't know the context of Johnny's name being spoken. Okay. I'm assuming that since they were in the clubhouse, they were just chilling and they were just, talking, just having a casual conversation. And like everyone has said, yes, of course. That's just like me talking to you, Iva, and then I accidentally say Belinda's name or Kenyon's name. It happens.
But it's one slight difference. You're not married to Iva.
Okay, but it's easy to have a slip of the tongue. It's easy. It's come on now. You're reaching. I feel like you're reaching too much with that one.
3 weeks into
especially since it's 3 weeks.
I call you the ex's name. I think I would give you get a little bit of a grace period. Because if it was that case, or if I called you, who did I meet at the same time I met you? I don't know, Charlotte. You know what I mean? Then I think you get a little bit of a grace period.
I think it's cute that y'all are really dismissive on this, because if y'all man called y'all another woman's name, I don't think y'all would be as dismissive about it.
It would depend on when it was. If we are talking and we are chilling and it's 3 weeks in at this time, if it were me, this is just me. I can only speak for me. If it were me during this time, we talking, we chilling, slip of the tongue, and it's, I guess, somebody we just met, like Bibi said, okay, somebody you knew. Now, if it was your ex's name, then I would have an issue with that. I wouldn't say that, no matter how. So, I would have to kind of ask, like, but I still want to flip out like him. That was bad. But it was his homie's name, their homie's name, and we were upright with clothes on. We were not horizontal or anything. Because now that I would have still been like, okay, you could give it to her, like give her a little, but he still shouldn't have flipped out like that.
Right.
And if they were horizontal.
And Right. So yeah, let's address it. Like, okay, what's going on? Why? Where did this come from? Oh, did you just call me Johnny? Like if it was like if they were intimate and she called Johnny's name. Okay, whoa, woo, woo, woo. Let's discuss.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
What's on your mind at this point?
Right. Right. But if y'all just sitting back, chilling, having a kickback, and she says his name, she don't get no grace period. You don't get no oh, you crazy. Because that's supposed to be your bro, right? So I don't understand. Okay, so all right, that's that. The problem with Jose is that the reason why he gave such a bitch ass response is because one, and this dawned on me because I went to sleep and then I woke up and the TV was still on and it was playing last week's episode. And ironically, it played the part where he was just like, I've never been in love. If you've never been in love, you do not have the capacity to be able to connect with a person enough to be able to empathize with how that other person is feeling. Because if you do, you just damn, my bad, I don't want you to feel a certain way. How can we make this right? So he's not connected. Yeah, you can say you think you're in lust. That's what they are. They're in lust. I'm about to call him Johnny, Lord Jesus. Jose.
Yeah. See, that's how it happens.
Right.
That's how it happens. Shout out to Rachel.
Right.
Okay,
But
sure.
but Jose, he's not there. He thinks he is, but they're physically in lust with each other. They're not in love with each other. He doesn't know what love looks like. He doesn't know what it smells, tastes, nothing, none of that. So that's why he's able to give such a flippant response to her, just like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. You want to leave? You want to leave? Oh, okay. Well, he, like y'all said, he got the right one, because had that been anybody else, oh, okay. Now she was wrong for saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to leave. I want a divorce. I don't want to do this anymore. No, that's not how this works. That's not how it works. You sit back, you talk it out, do what you got to do. Let's figure this out before you make that last call. Don't give me no idle threats. I hate that.
Me too.
I hate that.
Because I will call you on it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But that's why she would have gotten an X from me too if she'd have, when she was doing that. If she'd have just left, yeah, she'd have been trashed too. But when she came back, go ahead, Lovey.
Yeah.
Producers will not leave. They be on it. So go back and tell them again.
Right.
Hey,
but at least we saw Brittany talking to the both of them. Like, okay, what's going on? But Kenya and I also wanted to point out, when we write, like we always say, you got to pick your battles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and write this down, because right now at this moment, it's not big enough for me to completely blow up. But I'm gonna make a mental note of it. I'm gonna write this down, because if we do need to revisit it, then yeah, we're gonna have to address it, because I'm going to give you that grace. I'm going to allow yourself to redeem yourself in the moment. Okay, great. Because like you said, Belinda, you could say something today, be like, oh, okay, but then you give me a sweet gesture. It's like, oh, he's not so bad after all. But
they really do have to give the person the benefit of the doubt, because you don't know them.
You don't know them.
So you want to err on the side of giving them the benefit of the doubt, which is the same thing he could have did. But with him being the antagonist that he is, he took that opportunity to act a fool. And it's almost like training you. Trust me, I know. It's training you not to do this again. Now I'm gonna completely act a whole monkey fool about what you did and beat you up about it so fucking bad that you would never cross me again.
Mm-hmm.
Is that love?
No, not even. And I think he was butthurt that she called it first. I think he felt some kind of way, like, oh, you want to? Oh, okay. Because I wouldn't have been surprised if we were like, well, fine, I don't want to do it either. As petty as he was being. But Jose.
But he knows who he's dealing with. He knows what kind of person he's dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
He knows that she's weak enough to be like, so I'm going to come back and we're going to figure it out. Because even how calm she was talking, like, because we would have had to get down with the get down when you was cussing me. I don't care who was sitting right there.
I told you she has the patience of Job, because she is a special needs teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I not say that? Do I need to let the record show?
No, you're right.
Not curse, because Lord knows I don't need to be in the class with nobody's children. But I think too, like instead of when you like you can get the fuck out, I'm like you get the fuck out. But instead, she like, you don't have to talk to me like that. No, you don't talk to me like that. You don't. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. I told you. They picked the right one to deal with his antics.
But he knows he knows who he's dealing with. He knows. You can read it. You push a little bit and they don't say anything, or you push a little bit and you get a soft talking to a little bit more. Now I can really push because I know how she's gonna react. Mm-hmm. He know that he ain't got a Mirla. He don't have what's the other little girl? He ain't got a Bow, because even Bow will probably be like,
I would have went bad on him too. I think Bow would have gone bad.
You know what I mean? He don't, and damn sure ain't got no Michaela. He know what he's dealing
with. Yeah, and Gil had me dying laughing when he was just like, like you said, Iva, there's some holes in this story.
But wait,
calling him on this
they drag it out and was like, so wait a minute, and then Ryan said, you know what, it's about to be out there anyway, so let me just let you know. She called Johnny's name, so now what? Just because he was
became comical to everybody. They're like, Johnny, nigga, you acting like Johnny. Get the fuck out of here. But I do like that nobody just was on his side, like, yeah, because they was like, something don't sound right. And Zach definitely knew that he locked her ass out on purpose. Zach was just
my God.
I'm getting to Zach. As soon as he said that story, Zach, like, you locked her out on purpose. Don't even try it.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know.
Everybody said the same thing. Your wife is gone. She didn't take any of her stuff. And y'all just had a fight. No, you did that. Oh, no, I do this. And that goes to Brown's bitch assness. You did that shit on purpose. If you go
with a producer.
I don't know where she went. She could have went anywhere. Now you're trying to act like she just like them hoes out there. No,
but now that I know that it was Johnny, now I see why he said you could have went anywhere. Like, but Bow's in Johnny's house. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like she was going to go get with Johnny. And that's what I'm like, is that what he was alluding to? Like,
he alluding to the fact that she's cheated before.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking.
But I know that you ain't thinking she gonna Johnny.
No, it's so again, it's cute that it's not an issue that she called Johnny's name or whoever name. I get it. I hear y'all on that. I'm just gonna say I don't believe it. I don't believe none of you. And I'm looking at you in your eyes now. I don't believe none of you. If I promise you, if Jose would have called Rachel Michaela, or he would have called her Sarah, or whatever, y'all would roast his ass for doing it. And the fact that y'all smiling right now, y'all know y'all would.
I'm not smiling.
Yeah, you're smiling.
Okay. Brown. I'm agreeing with you to a degree. Okay, because if Jose had called another woman like Mirla, let's just use Mirla and Michaela as an example, because it's a different body shape, then I could see that you may have been thinking about her. But Johnny
is a completely different body shape, look, everything from Jose. So now if you look alike, she made a mistake. And so is that what you're saying? That it was because they're similar build and look?
No, I'm just saying, like, what's the attraction with Johnny? Johnny is corny as hell, and it's a stick.
It doesn't matter. It's just, as your spouse, you're calling somebody else's name. Like, it doesn't, you can call Iva April or Belinda Kim or whatever. These are your friends, but you don't call. And again, now if you're coming off of like if Belinda were to call me her ex, okay, they were together since she was 4 years old. I get it. It's, you know what I mean? Like 20 years is a long time.
That's a long time.
And that's something, that I get that. But these people aren't coming off of long-term relationships like that. So, and again, what I'm saying is his reaction is, I'm not justifying his reaction at all. Take that out of it. Take him out of it. Take him out completely. But if it had, I get why somebody would be upset if your wife called you, because it's not, I'm not going to say girlfriend, if your wife calls you some other man's name.
I see, and I still have a problem with the conversation at all because we don't know the context. That's what I have a problem with.
And he was trying to get all the sympathy in the world, wasn't he? He was trying to get everybody on his side.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what context it is acceptable.
Let's say if we were talking about Johnny. Let's say you and I are sitting down, we having a conversation about Johnny. And then you make another point, and I'd be like, yeah, but Johnny, and then I call that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I could very well see them talking about Johnny because Jose is obsessed with him.
Oh. So even if you make a mistake and it's okay, you accept it, it's a mistake. His reaction was fucked up. His reaction was fucked up no matter how you look at it. But at the same time, I can understand feeling some kind of way about it.
You better feel some kind of way and then let me love up on you.
That's why I can feel, I understand completely feeling some kind of way about it. Yeah. Now, that doesn't justify his actions. He should have been hit in the mouth for the way he was acting. Somebody should have hit him in his damn mouth. And I know she wasn't, and I'm not advocating violence. I'm not.
Michaela would have.
But Michaela would. She.
Michaela would have took that as an invitation. Oh, square out then.
Yeah. I've been waiting on this.
Phoebe, you saw the unfiltered like I did.
Yes.
Zach is shell shocked. That boy got PTSD. He said, because no, my wife, there's no way that would have gone down that like they did. I'm going to commend Rachel. And just the sheer look of terror on his face.
Yes. But what's funny though is what's funny is he know that he couldn't have did his wife like that, but his wife don't know that it's okay. It's not okay for her to do him like that.
Exactly. She done now. Oh, she done learned now because I think she. So let's roll on into the next couple. You see that segue?
Yeah, I see the segue to Michaela and Zach.
Yes. Just making sure you're aware.
I'm sick of Zach.
Zach is.
I am too.
Yes.
Zach is crying trash.
I'm confused, Zach.
I'm not confused. So here's my thing. I get when women say they want men to express their feelings and emotions, and they do. And sometimes when they do, it gets used against them. And so I hate when that happens. You know, when women use it against men when they are emotional, you know, you're showing your softer side. And when she's mad, is shut your crying ass up, you old punk, you baby. You get. But I'm tired of him all this goddamn crying. Like you snotting and slobbering and spitting, dude, straighten yourself up, man.
So what was it? I was totally
What was it?
What was it? Like what are you? I felt like somebody about what you crying for?
Yeah.
Because I was confused. Like they had a good conversation. I think that they were trying. I understood what he was saying. Like if you cut up like that, that's who you are. Right. I completely and I agree.
That is who she is.
That is who she is. So either you can deal with that being who she is, and if you, boy, he needs to learn how to convey his thoughts a little bit better.
Yes.
Because with the metaphors and roundabout talking, you got to figure out what the hell is he trying to say with your poetic ass. Nobody know what the hell you trying to say, boy.
See, that's
songwriting.
That's why I don't share my feelings and emotions. This is exactly why.
But when he was talking, like that nobody understood what he was saying because he didn't say like the way you cut up, that's who you are. That's your personality, and I don't like it. We could have went step. That comes to 2 seconds, but I don't. And after we went through all that, and that girl understood what you were saying, why did you go to that table and cry? Did I miss something? What's crying?
Why you snatch from me when I'm trying to rub you and talk to you?
And see, now I got to push you out this chair. Now I got.
I said, "Damn, Zach, I mean, I'm with you, Mr. Brown. Like,
these fools are really mimicking. Yes. Pulling away from Belinda.
know an abused man when I see one. Go back. I'm not saying how I know it, but I know it when I see it. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't get Zach at all. I don't. I'm not with him this week. I'm not. I'm turning the curve on all of them. But
Zach doesn't want to do this. Period. Zach, just go home. Go on, take your crying ass home, and it is what it is, Jack. Well, no grandchildren from you.
His family told her.
I see why he was single. It's clear to me why he was single. He's emotionally immature, and you know what? Not even immature. He's emotionally naive. Let me say that. That's what I'll use that. He's emotionally naive. Like everything is not going to be rosy and sunshine. Things are going to be, a little hectic. You're going to get a little hell sometimes. And I get it. You might not want to deal with it. I don't deal with that. So I don't fault him at all because I don't like that confrontation. Like, if she would have went off on me like that, yeah, I would have felt the same way. Like I would have been like, you staying here tonight? Because I don't even want to do it. I would have went home. But yeah, dude, you're not ready for this.
And then can we address the communication problems? Because how do you, for one, you go to take the dog, like they said, you go to take the dog, then you fall asleep on the couch with the dog, and then you leave. And then you go home to get something and decide not to come back. The fuck? So basically, my own husband just ghosted me. Could you imagine if a dude be like, hey, I'm going to go up here to Blockbuster. This back when everybody would date. I'm going to go to Blockbuster, get a movie, but I was so close to my apartment, I just went on home.
I watched the movie, though. I did watch the movie at my house.
I watched the movie at home. Are you kidding me? And I'm like, your friend ain't shit. Because he did not correct you and be like, dog, you can't not go back.
His friend was shook. He was looking like, I know this motherfucker just stay home.
He gave him the Kevin Hart look.
Yeah. Right. Help me.
Help you.
Yeah.
That's what got me about Zach this week too. I was like, Zach, and then the case that he sees no issue with it. Like he's like, oh yeah, she was fine with that. She wasn't, but you've gotten her to where now she's not gonna go off as much as possible because you just act like if she go off, I'm really going to cry and leave. Nobody want to see you crying. Oh gosh, that blew me. The Apple TV was worse than sitting up there crying after the thing. I swear.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Now the dog thing, I get it. If you expressly tell me, don't you wake me up in the morning. Do not wake me up.
Still on this.
I get that. You hear that, you understand that, but you still gotta send a text. So okay, that's a learning each other thing. We'll fill each other out. We'll learn what works. Her reaction, just like Jose's, was not warranted, and it was way over the top. It was. And I get him not wanting to deal with conflict because he can't emotionally deal with it. Like he one of those, his parents raised their voice. He probably cried, just broke down and cried just because they raised their voice. Like you gotta, I don't know, man, you gotta toughen up.
Okay, but if you don't like conflict, don't be part of the conflict. Stay your ass there.
I get that. But at the same time, there's no excuse for him going to get an Apple TV and staying. There isn't. There's no excuse for that.
Nah.
But at the same time, I can't live like, hey, don't do nothing to make her blow up because she might shoot you and kill you. That's not right either.
But I want to give Michaela some props. Even he did. That she actually, after they had the conversation, she was like, I just want to let you know this hurt my feelings. I was looking forward to blah, blah, blah. I think she's going to get the growth out of this.
She is.
I hope so.
And that's what she was saying. Like, give me the chance to grow. And I agree with her on that. Like, yes, I blew up. Forgive me for that. And give me a chance to show you something different. Because at one point you did like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But he is so, like my mom always says, a relationship requires you to think of someone outside of myself. And I think that's the biggest issue. And it takes a lot of maturity to be like, I need to be able to put this other person, or when I make a a choice, any kind of decision I make, I have to consider this other person.
Right.
And I think that's why this doesn't work for a lot of them.
A lot of them. Because they're not fully vested in the experiment. They're not there. They're not making that connection as they should. Because if you do, like you said, you're going to take yourself out of self and start looking at yourself through the other person's eyes. Like, damn, I don't want them to feel this way. And the fact that these people are blowing up after the first instance, like, dang, we got a whole nother 7, 8 weeks left. And I'm already out the door after the first situation. Okay, good. Okay, so
now,
wait, go ahead.
I was gonna say, now Zach did say that part though, that he didn't want her to feel a certain way. He didn't want her to feel bad, but I think it's still part of his communication. That's very bad.
What I didn't like is that he kept backing down. No, I'm not saying that it's wrong. Yes, you are. If you point it out, boo. It's not settling right in your soul, in your spirit. Okay.
And I guess his thing was, it's not wrong if you're not wrong if it's who you are. You know what I mean? It's not like you made a mistake. You're just being you. But I don't get that. I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, you got to if you give her a chance to, you know, make amends, or she's apologized and she seems like she's getting better. And that's all you can ask. That's all you can ask for.
Is he open to that though? Because if he's saying you're not wrong because that's who you are, was he say like, I just don't want to be a part of this with you?
Yeah, that's what.
Because if that's what that was, then say that and then we can be done. There's no need of wasting any more time.
Right.
If that's what you feel, I can never get over this because that's who I am. Then what are we doing?
He should have been left.
His thing is like, okay, it happened now, it'll happen again. And it'll continue to happen because it's fundamentally who you are.
Yes.
You know.
And if that's how you feel, then leave.
Yeah. And you know, good luck. But I don't know, he's got to stop doing stuff, you know, that somebody's single, like carelessly. Like that's just carelessness, you know. Like you don't just go and not come back. That's bad.
That's like,
he didn't even call.
Right.
That's where I'm at with the not call. So now you setting up a pattern. Just because she's setting up a pattern, you are too, sir. Because you're no call, no shows. You want to go home and not bring the Apple TV back. You want to go to sleep. You've been at Cabo. You've been on quarantine. We haven't been able to see each other, and now you want to be in the other room with the puppy. You know, it's just it's too many. So let's talk about his patterns as well. But
yeah, his patterns are bad.
Yeah,
are bad. Like he's not single anymore, and you can't do things that you do. So I'll share a little something. When I first got married, before I got married, I used to play a lot of softball. Like I played softball like 6 days a week.
Okay.
And when I got married, you know, I remember being home. I was getting ready to go, and my ex-wife was like, "Where you going?" I was like, "Oh, I got a tournament." She was like, "So you just leaving?" And I'm like, "I'll be back." But you know, in my mind, this was what I was normally doing. But I had to understand I'm married now, and I can't keep doing those single things. So I can't play softball 6 days a week. Now I got to play twice a week, once a week. He's got to learn that you can't move like you used to move when you're married. You got to move differently now. So we'll see. We'll see.
It's like, I don't know. When do you want to build with the person? If you with this person and you like them, when do you want to build with them? You just want to have them fit into your schedule, then you don't want to be married.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is going to tie into our segue.
Okay.
Our next couple, Brett and Ryan. And this applies to Zach. These people, and I've said it many a times, they are under the rose-colored glasses of what marriage is about. They don't know, but it is you know, it's fairy tales, it's poppies, not poppy seeds, but pixie dust, and everybody is just so happy. And Ryan, yes, Ryan, you're not going to get the pixie dust feeling if you don't put into it. Okay? And you waiting on this feeling like you the Black Eyed Peas, it's not going to work. Okay? So tonight's not going to be a good night. Okay? So you need to get yourself together and invest more time in her. Spend time, do activities. Hell, bump a couple of uglies, suck a ugly, something.
No, don't touch me. Another one about like Chris, where you keep saying I'm just not attracted to her. So I don't. That goes to prove that he has dated with his eyes all this time. Hence why everybody's saying that you don't have anyone, because apparently that's very important to him. Is you want to get the girls when she walk by and you want to fuck the hell out of her, for lack of a better word. But you know what I mean? And that's what you're not getting that with her, because that's not what she's there for. You know? Because when he said, I don't want to throw her against the wall, I'm like, it's just like she's very rare, you know, where you may get that in the beginning like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even say rare, but you have to put something into it. Maybe if you gave her a half of a second of a chance and quit saying you don't like her, then you would want to throw her against the wall.
Mm-hmm. But he's living in a movie.
Right.
So here's where I differ. Surprise, surprise.
What?
As a man, so let's hear the man's take on that. So
here's where I differ. This is what's tough about experiment, because we all are creatures of habit, and we date what we like. So it's great to say, hey, Ryan, you have to give her a chance. It's no spark. But if you're dating somebody and there's no connection or no attraction, then you move on. That's life. It happens. So that's the tough part of the experiment, is when you're married to somebody and there is not a connection. It is hard. It's hard to be with somebody that you don't have a connection with, and it's hard to understand it, because in our lives, in real life, if we don't have it, we don't suffer through it. We balance. We balance. So now they're in a situation where, at least for 8 weeks, and some of them bounce sooner, and they just be like, you know what, this shit ain't gonna work. I'm out. Through y'all. This was some BS. I'm gone. And they understand that, and they realize it when they make that decision. So this is the hard part of it, and it's easy to say, you got to try, and he should try. He had, you should try, but it's hard, because human nature is, if it's not there, then why am I there? So I don't know.
Well, so I was gonna say the most alive we keep saying that he's just like dead, and he's just not there, and he's just not into it. And I think the most alive I've seen him is on the Unfilters, actually, where he's like laughing and cracking jokes and acting like a human. Okay. But how he just constantly rejects her, that's hard. That's hard. And even Dr. Viviana was like, what are these butterflies that you're looking for, homie? What are they? You need to, basically she told him you need to calm down. You need to get it together. He's trash.
Yeah, and Brett, she still needs to fall back from expressing how she feels about him.
Yeah, don't you say nothing else. You hear me? I keep telling her that. She ain't heard me yet.
Now, let me ask you, so she obviously likes him physically and likes him, and we talk about how boring he is or how dull he is. Are we sure she not boring and dull too? Like,
we said that though. Lovey said that in the beginning.
Yeah, has she done anything to meet him on his level? You know what I mean? Like, because she was adamant about not liking the things that he likes. He's outdoorsy, adventure, obviously can play golf, and none of the other guys.
Obviously.
But outside,
but she did it though.
Yeah, but outside of the honeymoon, they haven't done anything else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, has she? Because here's my point. Bao and I give Bao credit for this. She met John on his level. Like she wasn't they weren't having a connection, or they were having issues connecting. So she erased that space and distance and met him on his level, and it worked.
That bar night.
I give her credit for that. You know, and I'm like, are we seeing that from Brett? Is she trying to meet him on his level? So if what you're doing is not working, what are you really doing? Like, put on some boots and say, let's go hunting. Or let's go camping, not hunting. That's a bit
right. I was gonna say, you really not gonna get a participation.
But let's go camping. Let's go camping. Let's go to the driving range. You know, try to do something, you know, that they do. Like, I give my baby credit because during COVID, she went out with me to play golf. I know she don't like playing golf. She don't go outside now. She don't even, the car in the garage, so she wouldn't go outside. You know, that's the only reason she go out. But she went out. She went out and made the most of it because it's important to meet. You know what I mean? So I think the way that Brett needs to really try to connect is meet him on the level. And if it don't work, fine. You tried everything you could at that point. Walk away and gave it a shot.
I get that.
But again, why does she have to keep giving to him? What is he giving her in return?
Well, she hadn't given him nothing though.
She did a whole damn Jenga game. You did a Jenga game. He knows that she's attracted to him. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yep.
She done made that perfectly clear. Oh, his body, he is this, his that, his blah blah blah. All she knows is he don't like me. Even though
that's all she gets.
He was like, I told you I liked your eyes.
I did. Yes, he did.
Like damn eyes. What else you want?
Are you happy now?
Right. Like that's all he said. But in every other turn or breath, you're saying, I don't like her. To where I gotta go to a whole other room so somebody can convince you to like, sir, no, sir. We good. Y'all get it with the future. I'm good, love. Don't worry about it.
I'm good, love. Enjoy.
Enjoy
the future.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God, could you imagine? So somebody got to convince you to like me? Oh no, don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
I was waiting on that.
Oh my God,
he looks so displeased.
Come on,
like when she said.
You can say it to me. You'll just say it to the back of the sweater.
Exactly. So why does she got to go boot and scoot and boogie
but that's
to try to win him over even more?
No, because I think that's just making it. I don't think she's done anything. I think that's just.
Has he tried to connect with her? He the one to keep complaining.
But I think that's just something that you should do if you're trying to make a connection.
I agree.
That's just me.
I'm not doing no more. As I played that Jenga game, and you was like,
I do things to try to connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I sit and watch. You know, I sit down and watch these
Married
TV
at First Sight.
Yeah, well, that I like.
He's invested in that. That don't count.
There are other shows that I'll watch because I know it's important to her and she likes it.
But you know I like you.
True, that's true. But why not try it? Why not try it?
No.
Why not try it? Because again, from the rip, she told all his friends and everybody, "Oh yeah, that's not gonna work because I'm not into this. I don't do this. I don't."
But that's not even what he's bringing up. I can understand if she addressed his issue. His issue is she's so crazy and anxious and like a damn cat climbing the wall that I have to deal with that, which in turn actually makes me turn down even more. So if it was like, okay, I'm going to stop overreacting about things and being so high strung so he can calm down, I could see you doing that because that's open. But I'm not going to keep trying to convince you to like me.
Well, maybe you got off so far left with the fly that, you know, you pushed me so far left that now you can do something that can reel me back into the center. I just think that if she wants the connection, I think that would be something that's worth trying. Try meeting him where he is.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be, and I think he would, you know, either respond to it or not. And if he doesn't, then guess what? It don't work. Most of the relationships don't work anyway. It seemed like this season most of them don't work.
I'm kind of, I don't know. This season, it's got some good ones though. I will say Johnny and Bow are still my favorite, but Johnny,
Yeah.
oh, I just, I just wish y'all to see no scenes, honey. Johnny, Johnny is he's not even fancy trash. He's not even garbage anymore. He just unadulterated trash.
We done went back to Johnny.
I know. I'm sorry, we didn't.
Hashtag I'm with Johnny.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm going out on a limb.
Uh-oh.
My favorite couple is going to be Mirla and Gil.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
So let's go there. Right,
Because
right.
I think what I like about Gil is Gil has been clear about what he wants, what he needs. We heard a song last night, and I was like, "This should be their song." Marvin Gaye, "I Want You, but I want you to want me too." Like he's been clear about that with her, and I see her breaking down, opening up, loosening up. They're gonna be fine. They will be fine. Unless something else comes up, but that whole wall she put up, I think all of that will be done and they'll be fine. Because I think he is probably the first guy that hadn't put her on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Like
I get you.
He treats her like he should, like a man should treat his wife, but he doesn't idolize her. You know what I mean? He doesn't. Everything is not about her, and he's stressing that to her because I think with guys she's used to, it's either been everything was about her, or she was an accessory. You know what I mean? I can see her being an accessory to some guys. You know, maybe he's got money and you're one of a few, and so you're like you're just, you know, something that I do. Or you find a guy that idolizes everything about you and does everything for you. He's neither. So I think that is what's kind of different for her, to me. To me. So go ahead.
I think her previous relationships weren't like that, though. I think that if what she's doing with him, trying to play so hard to get, is indicative of what she used to do, that's exactly why you're single. Because ain't nobody about to chase you down and be begging for a kiss and all of this. I don't do that when somebody else will, especially if there are men of her caliber where, you know, they got their stuff together. They ain't got to sit up and wait on you to kiss them. Gil really doesn't. He just being nice.
For real.
Right. Already done said he was gorgeous. So, so we don't, I don't know. I do think they're going to work because this is her only issue. And I think that he has shaken her up enough for her to get right. Because she finally
he got those kisses. She got 2 kisses in a row.
Because she's been wanting to do that shit. Quit trying to prove a point.
She's been reading Steve Harvey book.
Well, you see, she did that before decision day, though. I'm just gonna put that part out there.
Yeah, they're gonna do a whole lot more before decision day.
Yeah, because I hope that that's not what you're gonna do, Karen. Where all of a sudden now I'm gonna do what it is you want me to do just so that I don't end up being alone on decision day.
Right, and that's where I think her angle is coming from. I'm just saying, I'm still not a fan of her at all.
No, I can't say that. I'm still not a fan of hers. And I think she is still very much a Debbie Downer complainer. And I think that that's still going to always be their issue. They could be touching each other like rabbits, but I think that she still is going to be a little complaining ass.
Even Dr. Pepper told her that.
So, yeah, with her Gucci shoes, girl, calm down.
If they don't stop looking at her phone all the damn time.
But them damn Fashion Nova 2-piece sets, she was hitting us with the 2-piece.
Wow.
Is this where I say it on that note?
Please.
Why is that have to be? Y'all know it's true. She hit you with the Fashion Nova 2-piece in several different colors: lavender, yellow, light pink,
beige. Where does voice come from?
I bet you we look all right. That's her voice. Yeah.
That's a commercial voice over.
Yeah.
I'm a roll if I pull up her IG and she didn't tag Fashion Nova partner. I'm a roll.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. Okay, we wrapped up. You know what? We're done.
Did we get everybody?
We did. We hit everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So next week is going to be a little spicy. Ryan is going to be caught hanging out on dating apps and swiping right
on one of her friends.
So yeah, lot
what are the chances?
Where the who? The chances. You'll be surprised. I've come across people that I knew that knew the person that I used to mess with. Like, oh. And then they had the nerve to hit me up. That's your boy.
But he was waiting his turn.
Right.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right. So yeah, there's that. All right. Any parting words? Any last words, Iva, that you would like to say on behalf of April?
Johnny's trash and Gil is the MVP.
Is it really though?
Yeah, I like Gil.
I like Gil. Yeah, they were calling an MVP couple on that Unfiltered thing or whatever.
They called him the MVP. They didn't call that. Still don't like Mirla. Yeah. They still don't like Mirla. They just say he's the MVP. But Gil a little messy. I just want to put that out there. Gil a little messy. Gil.
Well, we said that. That day that he ran home and was like, "Ooh, girl, I got some tea."
Because I know when he left the golf course, I know, or he called Mirla on the phone in the car. Babe, guess what? But I will tell you, I do like hearing the tea from him in his confessionals, because when I tell you, he spills it just like one of us.
It was interesting when they were in the break room, and I was wondering what was Mirla's take on what she was saying, because she was very quiet and kind of standoff.
First of all, how I like to.
This isn't my thing. It's always something.
God, she was on my nerves.
Yeah, I was wanting her to be a little more vocal and give her opinion about what was going on with what's the girl? Rachel.
She not. You know why? Because she probably on Jose's side. As the way she was laying on that fool bed, that's her friend.
Yeah.
I'm still not over the way she was laying on his bed. That's her friend.
She was.
That's her friend.
House, but you laying on people's beds. That's a lot.
Can you talk about how Mirla did not participate in the angry thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what we're talking about. That's what she just said. This is not how I express. This is not how. Well, bitch, and they really needed Michaela. They really needed Michaela for that event.
They did.
But I like how Val got into it too. Let's go.
Val always ready for everything though. That's my little dog right there. Cause
I know
she was in it anytime something going down, Val be like, fuck it, this what we doing?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I like Val. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they said Val was from Cali. I like Val.
Silly.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite females thus far.
Me too.
Okay. Well.
You're like, that's not push it.
Hashtag your second chance.
Hashtag what?
Hashtag Team Johnny. That's I'm with Johnny.
I
said I'm not with him this week.
Who's Johnny? What do you really want to be with him next week?
He may do something that may turn my mind. We never know.
No. You didn't see the scenes for next week, Levy?
Yes, I saw it, but
so you really not gonna like him next week.
I need context.
Girl, they gave Belinda, BB.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you BB.
Your friend, you went to high school with him. You know it first.
She with you now though. So look.
I need the full story. I need to see it all. It's okay. It's okay.
We saw even Pastor Cal. Then they got Pastor Cal on the Zoom in his car. Pastor Cal can't even get out and go in the house nowhere. Pastor Cal on the Zoom in the car. They done stopped that man. Let me pull over.
And Dr. Viviana finally decided to come to work 3 weeks late.
Did she? Girl, she chilling though. She at home. You know, they said that's her native, right? Houston. She chilling. She ain't worried about nobody.
She don't leave. I'm like, why you was phoning it in like hell? You late for work, girl.
Oh Lord.
Then she told what's the name and then who was that? Zach and Michaela. I'll see myself out. Don't worry about it. I got this.
Lord. Right.
She wanted to get away from their asses.
She did.
Lord. Okay. Well.
All right.
All right. Well, we're done. We didn't unwrap everybody. All right. Thanks everybody for joining in. Definitely keep checking us out right here on YouTube, Pop Break TV, popbreak.com, as well as all other social media platforms. Don't forget, October 7th is the day that we are going live. We will definitely keep you abreast as to what's going on leading up to the day, but definitely mark it on your calendar so that you can see the malarkey up close and personal and see our facial expressions and all that other good stuff. All right. Goodbye, ladies and gent.
Goodbye. Miss you, April.